Oh, don't you have to quit and read?
So the YouTube is also started in case we run over 100 people. And your screen sharing is working.
Okay. Did it work?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's what we need.
Hello.
Can you see that on the screen? No.
Hello.
Can you see this? on
Yeah.
the screen?
I can see. I can see everything. Yeah.
Okay. So you will have to.
I'll tell you what you have to do. You have to
Yeah.
do screen share.
Where's screen
Yeah,
share?
it's this green button.
Yeah, okay.
Right?
Mhm.
Click here.
Mhm.
Click on desktop.
Mhm.
Okay. Then click EFT here. Oh no, where did it go?
Is this one?
Yeah, it's here. This is the document.
Which one?
Yeah, this document that's open right in front of you.
So this is the one, no?
No, that's downloads.
Okay.
This is the one. Okay.
But where do I click for this?
So I'll tell you. Okay, so you then just keep on scrolling to get to thing, and when you're done, you just say stop share.
Okay, but you here.
I'm here only. You click here.
Okay.
See, it's open here.
Mhm.
Yeah, it says it's EFT on
Okay.
page 2.
Okay.
I'm here only. I'm not going anywhere.
Okay, because this makes me very nervous.
No, but Dani will be with you, right?
Yeah.
Dani, you're there. No, my sweetie pie.
Yes, I'm right here.
Okay. All right.
Your mom had a long conversation with me.
Oh, my mom.
Hmm.
Very good. And what did she say? What did she have to say?
Something about her connection with some grandson or something. And how proud she is of me. That's the main. You know, I got engaged in your house. Do you know that? My engagement.
Vague recollection of it. I also have, you remember you took the three of us up to Rome when we were traveling to the US. You was put into your care.
Okay, that I don't remember.
Why would you? I
Who's
was
the
very
three?
resentful because I was 14 years old and I'm like, hello, I don't need someone to take care of me.
Sorry, who's the three?
The three of us, me, Hirin and Gautam. We were
Okay, I'll
going to the US and mummy didn't trust me.
Okay, so I had asked for the flight, is it?
You
I must. Okay, is this loud enough now? I mean, quite audible?
You're very audible.
Okay, fine. Okay. Our volume is also good, right? Okay.
Yes. Yes. It's all good.
So are you yeah, all right. So later at the end, you'll this thing, but if there's something, so I am not going to mention about the book, Namrata, but when you are introducing, if you want, you can, because I think it does not fit in with this, for me to say.
I've said now an author.
Okay.
Okay, so it's part of my introduction, but I didn't want to talk too much about the.
What happened? You froze.
Yeah, Namrata,
lost
you're
you.
frozen.
This is more.
Namrata, you're freezing.
Can you see me now?
Yes, but you're freezing, so you might want to move from there,
Move from where?
from where you're sitting.
But I'm not frozen. I mean, what
You're
difference is
freezing
that?
for us, no?
But the internet is the same here or anywhere else I go. Is it okay? Back?
Now it's okay. Now it's okay.
Okay. Nanda, what I'll do now is I can try and share the write-up with you. So if your internet connection is more stable, you can do the introduction.
No,
I
you
do
do
that?
the introduction. Mine is not stable. I've changed from a dongle to, I think it's Geo. You froze again.
Okay. Let me get the dongle.
Yeah.
We don't have a dongle. Can I keep it a little further from me? Is this okay?
That was actually better.
That was better. Okay,
Yeah.
because you know better.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, this is perfect.
एक बार दरवाजा एसी चालू है तो मालूम नहीं है तो एक बार फोन करना नहीं है
I made this silent, not this thing. Huh? So how long do I have to talk? This I didn't ask you.
Our sessions are usually about an hour.
Okay, so I'll talk maybe, so I'll anyway have questions in between, but I'll still see that, in 50 minutes or so, because normally the EFT sessions are 1 hour, 15 minutes, but so that people have time to ask questions. Otherwise, because there will be questions, so better I do that.
Sure.
You can go over an hour also.
Yeah,
Desiree.
yeah,
It's
there's
not a
no-
problem.
Okay, if it
Yeah.
goes a little over the hour, but because I need to explain it properly. That
No
is
problem.
the crux of
Absolutely.
this is that. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You take as long as is required. I'm not.
You're gone again. Are you back?
I think you should go sit at the table. Namrata, it does make a difference where you sit in the house.
Okay.
I've also moved twice. Yeah.
I'm moving back.
Yeah. Move back there.
I'm moving back. That's fine. But we'll have to start admitting people.
Yeah.
No.
It's okay. We'll admit them in a minute. You settle down.
Okay.
Okay. Shall I admit?
Yeah.
So if you want to go to the grid to see who's there, how do we do that? Oh, they've come on. That's okay. I only have to. I'll have to go like this to see.
Is the meeting, she said?
But I want mute to see.
वीडियो बंद है चालू का है
नको
हाँ
नको नको
Hello, everyone.
Yeah.
Good evening.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello. Good evening.
It's nice to see so many familiar faces.
It's nice to see a beaming you.
Hi, Hima.
Hi, hi.
We'll just give people a couple of minutes to join us.
One thing which we should have said is that people need to have a bottle of water next to them, a glass of water, because when we do the process, we need water. So perhaps as we are starting, whoever is
Yes,
here could
let's-
get some water for themselves.
Can everyone just go get themselves a glass
Yeah.
of water? And
एक तो जल दे दो ग्लास है जल दा
And while a lot of you have your videos off, and that's fine, when you actually do the process, if you'd like Desiree to see you,
Yeah.
then you would need to put your videos on.
So when we do the process, you will have to share the screen with both of us, myself and the person who's volunteered, and their video will have to be on, because at some point I'll need to ask for a volunteer. So the volunteer will have to be someone who actually has a pain just now, so.
Okay,
So then we need, we'll need that.
we'll figure. We'll
Yeah,
figure.
yeah.
Okay, we have a lot of people. Should we start?
Yes, surely.
We have
Absolutely.
60 people waiting for us. So,
Okay.
and I'm sure the
So-
others will join. Yes. Okay. So let me just say hello to everyone. Welcome to Silver Learnings. And like I said, it's lovely to see so many of you here with us this evening. As many of you already know, we're a platform that offers learning opportunities to adults. And we all know that learning makes us healthier and happier. Thanks for joining us this evening for what I'm sure will be a wonderful and informative session on tapping. And as you know, Silver Learnings has 4 different verticals. We do health and wellness, we do skills, we have creative pursuits, and we have a community section. So tapping, I think would of course come under health and wellness, but it also enhances creativity. It also is a skill that you can pass on to other people. So it kind of covers all our verticals. Tapping is also known as EFT, which is emotional freedom technique, which is a simple and a remarkable healing system that rapidly relieves emotional and physical pain. It can be learned very quickly. You all will do so today. And it can be applied very easily, as you will see. It will take just a few minutes of your day. Today, we have with us the multifaceted Desiree Punwani, who I have known for a very long time. It's been a privilege. She is a certified counselor, an experienced EFT practitioner, a light worker, and now an author. She has her latest book that she's just released in January this year. Over the last 20 years, Desiree has been in the mental health, well-being, and social work field, and she loves what she does. She conducts online training programs and webinars on well-being and on spiritual health practices. The workshops focus on empowering people through metta, which is loving kindness, on forgiveness, on gratitude, and on joy. They include simple strategies to clear stress and the baggage that we all carry through our lives. She truly enjoys sharing her personal transformation and her learnings with the world so that everyone can benefit. So let's learn with her. Over to you, Desiree.
Thank you. That was a very long introduction. So the book was released. The only thing is the book was released in June in High Spirits.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. It's yet a very, very small baby. I think we need the slide. Okay, so welcome to the session on tapping. I'm going to call it tapping simply because what I'm teaching is EFT. It is emotional freedom technique, but I have simplified it greatly. So for the last maybe 8 years, I have been working with a lot of cancer patients in the, the low income group and the middle income group.
Desiree, I'm sorry to interrupt, but there's a message saying the volume is a little low. So can we increase it, or can you speak a little bit louder?
I can speak louder, and I can also increase it if it is less on my, okay. Is this good? Is it good now?
Yes, I
All
think.
Right, super. So if it does go down again, someone please indicate. Okay. So what I'm going to be teaching you today is the simplest version, I think, of tapping that you can learn. Because I've been teaching this to cancer patients since at least 8 years on a regular basis. Even now, after the lockdown, I do 1 session a week. And these are people who are from the very low income group, from the middle income group, and they come from all sorts of backgrounds all over the country. And I do them in Hindi. I do it in Hindi. So if I have to teach it to them in a way that they can use it in their life, I had to really simplify it. And over the years, this has not only benefited them, but it has also helped me to teach a skill that is very useful to them. So the way I teach them is how I'm going to teach you. Okay. And as I said, since it's not strictly, step by step, maybe a little deviation from the EFT. So we'll just call it tapping for safety's sake. Okay? It's the same thing. And anyway, EFT is it doesn't really convey the thing. I don't know why it's called EFT, emotional freedom technique. We use it more for physical pain. Okay. So the tapping technique is very, very easy to learn. This is the first thing about it you need to know. It is only 4 steps. And the best thing about it is that when you know the 4 steps, you can use it for all sorts of pain. So whether it is old pain, or new pain, if it is a lot of pain, less pain, whether it is physical pain or emotional pain, trauma, any of these things, you use exactly the same technique all the time. So the technique is very easy to learn, and because it's the same thing which is used for all, there's no confusion about it. Okay, this is the first thing. The second thing about it is that it consists of only 4 steps, and these steps are very simple steps. When we teach it in English, we put it down as A, B, C, D. Now, what I want you guys to know is I have something called EFT on a page where all the points which are there, it's also available on the net, but all the points are there diagrammatically, plus all this that I'm telling you, the A, B, C, D, everything. And Namrata has very kindly said that all the people who've attended today, she'll make a group and she'll send it to everyone. So in that case, you don't have to kind of get busy writing and, kind of miss what I say. Okay. So I will be showing it to you on the screen here, and we'll also send it to you. So you can, focus on what I'm saying. If there are any personal points, please take it down. So when we teach it in English, we teach it in these 4 steps, A, B, C, D. Okay. And that's what you need to know. So I'm going to start now with the first step, which is A. So A stands for awareness. And the awareness has 3 sections to it. So there's awareness A, B, and C, okay? Or 1, 2, 3. So you have to be aware of where is the pain, which is simple enough. How much is the pain? So 0 is no pain, and 10 is so much pain that it's difficult to bear it, okay? And the third thing to remember is that at one time you take one pain, okay? So if you have pain in 2, 3 areas of your body, you take one at a time. Okay, so you take, like suppose if it's knees and back, you decide which one is hurting more and you take that one first. So you take one pain at a time. You try and estimate roughly on a scale of 0 to 10, how much would be that pain and what is the location of the pain. That's what awareness is about. That's it. B is balancing. Balancing, what it requires you to do, balancing is an action. What it requires you to do is, this is your karate chop, okay? This part. So only thing you have to remember is not to take the bottom part, the fleshy part. Don't take that, take the top part. And with 3 or 4 fingers, whatever it is, you tap on this part, okay? The tapping has to be medium pressure. It should not be so light that you can't feel it. It should not be so hard that it kind of creates this vibration, okay? So with medium pressure, you tap here with 3 or 4 fingers. And when you tap here, you have to say a sentence. Now this sentence is, you have to frame a sentence which is connected with your pain. So let's just take pain in the knees, all right? So you will say, even though I have pain in my knees, or I have a lot of pain in my knees, whatever, I love, accept, and forgive myself. Okay. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to teach you the technique first, because that's what you need to know, so that your takeaway from this session is that you can do it for yourself. Then, depending on how much time we have, I will tell you, if we have the time, what is the reasoning behind saying these things, because just now, if I get caught in that, we may not finish doing it. Okay, so I'm very tempted, but I'm not going into that. Okay, so you tap here and you create a sentence which is connected with your pain and which has this intention that you, even though you have this pain, so with this pain, I accept myself fully. So I'm not accepting myself without the pain. So it's not me minus pain, all right? With this pain, no matter how intense it is, I accept, love, and forgive myself. These 3 can be said in any order, and it doesn't matter if the order keeps changing. They can be said in any language. Say it in the language in which you think, and they can be said in your own words, all right? So when you are doing it, don't let this be a deterrent as to what did I say, because often this happens with people. What did she say? It doesn't matter. As long as you have understood the essence of it, which is we accept all of ourselves, irrespective of what is happening. Okay, so with the pain, I love, accept, and I forgive myself. And we have to say this thrice. Okay, I'll be going through the steps with you again. So even though I have a pain in my knees, I love, accept, and forgive myself completely. I completely love, accept, and forgive myself, although my knees are really hurting very much since the morning. I love, accept, and forgive myself, even though I have a lot of pain in my knees. As you saw, I kept wearing it. This is really to illustrate to you that it is not a fixed sentence. Okay, so you say it in the language you think, say it in your own words, include these three things. That is your second step. It is called balancing. And as I said later, I'll try and explain to you why. The C is the clearing. So the clearing is the actual tapping that we do. I'm going to come back to the clearing. Let me first tell you what is D. So D has three things in it. After you have done the tapping, you first have to take 2 deep breaths. So D is deep breaths. So 2 is at least 2 deep breaths, okay? And really deep, almost as if you're breathing out the pain. And this kind of breathing, you're also going to be doing along with the tapping, okay? Periodically in between, you're going to do it with the tapping. So deep breaths, and then drink at least 2 sips of water. So deep breath, drink water. 2. And then do it again. So to do it again, you first estimate. So before you start, you will be estimating. You will be estimating how much pain you had first, right? So let's say when you started, you were on a scale of 0 to 10. I believe I'm getting frozen. If that is so and I've missed something, after I finish this, I'll pause and you can ask me.
No,
so if you,
the video is a little blurry, Desiree. I'm not sure about the, now it's much better. Now it's better when you're not moving.
Oh, I see. Okay. But all right.
So it could just be the Wi-Fi.
Maybe. Yeah, because I haven't even touched the computer. So let's see. If there's anything, just come back to me even in the middle. All right.
Will do.
Yeah. Okay. So let us say when you started, the pain was at 8. After you have done 1 round of clearing, maybe the pain is at 7.5 or 7. Okay. Or maybe it has come to 4. So whatever it is, you estimate that, and then you do it again. And the process of doing it again is almost similar, but I will tell you the whole thing now step by step. So A, B, C, D is awareness, balancing, clearing, deep breath, drink water, do it again. That's in D. Okay. These are the steps. These are the steps you need to know. But the main one is the C, which is the clearing. So for that, you first need to know which are the points. So if you are doing tapping for yourself, YouTube is full of examples of it. Okay, there is so much you can access there in Hindi, in English. But what will happen is when you go and you see someone doing the basic tapping, because there is some advanced positive tapping and all, don't go into all that just now. You might see that I will be teaching you 10 points, 10 plus 5. You might see that the person there is teaching you some point will be different. It doesn't matter. Because see, there are quite a lot of points, and each therapist, according to their experience, prefers one point over the other. So like there is this point here, the pulse point, which I do, and I find it very important, but a lot of people don't do that. Instead of that, they will do the liver point or the stomach point. It doesn't matter. You can, if you want, you can add their 2 points also, and instead of 10, you make it 12. It doesn't take much extra time, maybe 10 seconds or 5 seconds. If you want, you take their points, my points, so don't let that bother you. You can take mine, you can take theirs, and anything you've not understood here, they also teach it very well. They explain it very well. So, you can really, really understand it also there. Okay, so I'm going to teach you 10 points because that makes it easier for you. 10 plus 5, and you will understand the 5. And these points, after I finish saying them to you, I'll be showing you the graphic. So these points are, and I'll show you a very easy way to remember them also, okay? So these points are, the first one is the crown of your head. Okay, so this is that part which is, which is soft for the baby, okay? that part, the crown of the head. So that is the first one. Then the next three are around the eyes. Okay. So the first one is, it's called eyebrow point. So it's supposed to be where the eyebrow starts, but basically if your eyebrow is starting very far, when that bone from the nose curves to make that, the eye socket, at that beginning point of that, that is your point, the eyebrow point. Okay. So that is your first point around the eye on the bone. The second point around the eye is on the side of the eye, again on the bone. And the third point around the eye is under the eye, again on the bone. So the crown of the head, eyebrow point, side of the eye, under the eye. Okay, so you have these three, which are around the eye, and that one, 4. Now, the next 3 are in a line. And these are under the nose, here, under the chin, and this is called the collarbone point. Now, this is a this is your most important point, because this is your go-to if you only are going to do one point tapping. Okay, so this point is very important. So I'm going to tell you exactly where it is, because this one you really need to know. So all of us have, the clavicle, the collarbone, the ends of it, these 2 little bones here, where when men wear the tie, the knot starts here, right? So this point, if you put your finger on your 2 fingers on both your clavicles, and you slip it down slightly will be maybe about 1 inch, usually your fingers will stop themselves. There is no depression there, but it feels like there is a little depression there. Okay, so that is the point. The important thing to remember here is that both these have to be tapped together. So either you tap with both your hands like this, okay, with your fingers like this, or if you are doing it with one hand, you make your fingers like this into a U, okay, and you tap with that here. What you don't do is keep your fingers like this, these 4, like this, and tap with that. The reason you don't do that is because it's very difficult to keep this straight. When you're tapping, it will go at a tilt. And then what will happen is you're tapping in the middle and you're not getting either of the 2 points. So you have the collarbone here, you slip your fingers down slightly where they stop. It's usually, I think, where like that 16-inch chain comes for most people, but just here, just a little down, and you have to tap it with both, have to be done simultaneously. So either do it with both hands, or if you're doing it with one hand, then keep it in a U and do it with the 2 fingers here. Okay, this is a very important point. We'll come back to this one. So that makes it 7 points for you. Okay, so this is, I'm going backward, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now you have 3 more points. Okay, these 3 points, one is the armpit. So the armpit point is about 3.5 inches from where the armpit starts. It's in line with the nipple. So usually for women, it comes in the middle of the bra strap. Okay, that's where it is. This point. If there's anyone who's had a surgery and all, because, I teach the cancer patients, if there's breast surgery on one side, you can do it on the other side. Any side doesn't matter. Okay, so that makes it 8. 9th is the wrist point. This we usually do both together like this. Okay. And the 10th is the karate chop, which we had done at the beginning. Okay. So I'm going to go back and show it to you again. There is the, and I'm doing it with both hands so that you can see how you can do it with both hands. So there's the crown of the head. There's the eyebrow point, side of the eye, under the eye. And then these 2 can be done together like this. Collarbone point, armpit, the wrist, and the karate chop. Now, when you're doing the karate chop, you can do it how I showed you like this when I was doing it with one hand. When you want to do both, you can do it like this. Again, what you don't do is don't do it with the flat of the palm. Okay, don't do it like this. The reason is, if you do it like this, you get really good vibration. Okay, if you do it like this, the vibration is a little less, but you're getting it on both the hands. When you do it like this, you're not getting much vibration and you're not getting it on both the hands. So this is the most ineffective. Once more, it's either with the fingertips or both of them together. Okay, so these are your 10 points. However, you have to do them twice over. So we do 10 and go back and do 10, and then we end here. Okay, so if you count it like that, then you have 21 points, 10 and 10 and 1. This makes one round. When you have done one round, you stop, you take 2 deep breaths, you drink 2 sips of water, you estimate how much the pain has come down, and then you do it again. Okay, so this is the process of doing it. Now let me show you the thing that, you know, the diagram I told you and the screen. I'm going to try and screen share. I'll take my daughter's help. Just do it for me. I'm not very good with all this. Okay. All right. So let me just show you the tapping points first. I think it's quite clear. The top of the head. Okay, then the eyebrow point. So both the eyebrow points. Right, I can do this part. Okay, then the side of the eye and under the eye. And this is what we'll be sending you. It's also available on the net. Under the nose, under the lip. And these 2 are your collarbone point. Okay, for now, please ignore the 2 tender spots. If we have time, I'll tell you about it, but let's just see. Okay, because at least let me teach you the basic. So these 2 which are here, there are 2 points here which are under the liver, which also you ignore for now. Okay, so you take these 2, then here's underarm, which is 4 inches, as I said, 3.5 or 4 inches below. And they've not shown the wrist point in this diagram because, as I said, very few people do it. And you have the karate chop. Okay. Now you will see that there are 5 more points here. Actually, it's shown as 4. 1 point here has been missed. These are the outside of the nail. Okay, I'll show it to you once the screen sharing is over. But if anyone can see, it's this. I'll show you. Just keep these in mind for now, because these points are to be done only when you find that doing the regular tapping is not relieving you of the pain. So this is your standby points. Usually 80 or 90% of the time, we don't need it. Okay, but this is there for you as a standby. Okay, so here's your setup. Okay, this horse point I told you here. This is your eyebrow. All the points are given here, which you will see when you get it. And how do I scroll this down? Now I can do it. Oh, it's up. It's up. Yeah. So let's go right to the top of it. Okay. So I'm going to explain it to you from this sheet, which you'll get. It says EFT is a method for rapidly releasing emotional and energy blocks, physical discomfort, and unhealthy patterns. The primary statement, when they said the primary statement, this is the whole reasoning behind the this is the whole reasoning behind the EFT. And the reasoning is this. This is the basis of it, that the cause of all negative emotions is a disruption in the body's energy system. So it is not the, so just listen to me carefully on this. It is not the negative experience that causes the disruption in our system, which we talk of as emotional pain or physical pain or fear or any of these things. It is if we have a negative reaction to what has happened, that is what causes the effect in our body. Okay, so I think if I explain it to you with, I'll give you a very quick example and very brief. 9 years back, where I stay, the building, we have a very small, no, sorry, but 9 years back, I was coming out of Jaslok Hospital, for those who know it, from the back gate. And I had to cross the road to get into the car. I was distracted and a cab bumped into me. What happened is he kind of bumped into me. His tire went over my foot. Nothing happened. He panicked. I panicked. And, then I just told him to go on. And then I just went and got into the car. I told the driver that this had happened. And then, he kind of said that, oh, now your, foot will swell up, your nail will become black, whatever. Anyway, I had some urgent work to do. I went, finished that, and I came home. The fact is actually nothing happened. Okay. So nothing happened. But the very next day, I was working in the kitchen, and in the blender, for whatever reason, my hand went in, and these fingers of mine got so. Put into the car and taken to Jaslok Hospital. Now, while all this happened and they were taking me to the hospital, I remembered to tap and to do forgiveness, gratitude in whatever way it applied in that context. And I kept doing it. Even when I was in the hospital, they said, you need stitches, you need x-ray, so whatever. By the time the guy came for the stitches, the bleeding had stopped. And he said, okay, you don't need the stitches. I'm just going to put some dressing and send you home. Fine. The next day, I could put on the blender again, and I did it because I didn't want the fear. However, what I realized is that although in our building, we have a very small road, I had got an absolute fear of crossing the road. Okay. I would just try to cross it and I would run, and I realized that even if nothing had happened that time, here it would. So this is what it is. When it happened with the blender, although what happened was in a sense more serious, I remembered to bring the body back in balance, so nothing remained inside. Whereas when the incident of the previous day happened, my whole attention was on finishing my work and coming home. So the fear dislodged in me, and I was not able to tap it out. And I had to go to the person from whom I learned, my mentor, and she had to work on me to tap it out. Okay, so this I think explains to you very, very clearly that it is a reaction that causes the negative emotion to sit in our body, not the negative experience itself. So that's what this is saying. The cause of all negative emotions is a disruption in the body's energy system. The ABCD, I have explained: awareness of the specific situation, the balancing, which is to say, even though I have this, I completely love and accept. They don't say forgive here, but forgive has been put in later by other therapists, and I also find it very useful. The third is the clearing. And see, now it says here, when you tap 7 to 10 times, don't worry about that. Because when you're going to be tapping, you're going to say a reminder phrase, okay, which I'll tell you just now, that makes sure that you tap that many times. So you don't have to count here, And then there is do it again, drink water, breathe deeply, all that. Okay, right. So this clearing that I told you, when we are doing the tapping, with the tapping, we say what we call a reminder phrase. What is this reminder phrase? The reminder phrase is, that long sentence that you took, even though I have a pain in my knees, you just take an abbreviated form of it. Okay, we don't need this now. You just take an abbreviated form of this, which is the pain in my knees. Okay, that's it. So this is your 4-step tapping. All right. Now, before I do a demo for you, I'm going to answer all the questions that often come up for people. One is, when do I do this? You can do it when you want. There is no thing of before meals, after meals, morning, night. And usually this thing only takes a couple of minutes. So however, you can do it as many times as you want. You can do it whenever you want. You can do it when you're sitting, standing, lying down, even walking. After some time, you get used to it. You can do it when you're walking. You can do it on the left side of the body. You can do it on the right side of the body. You can even do some points on the left side, some points on the right side. There is no problem with it. Okay. So if you miss a point, does that matter? Not really, because there is also a short form of doing it, and all in that you're anyway missing points. It doesn't matter. If you miss something, go back to it. Does it matter? No, it doesn't matter. So it's really the easiest thing to do. Can you do it for others? Yes, of course. But it's best first to learn it yourself and do it for yourself. Okay. So these are the most common questions. Now, the best way for me to show you this is to do a demo. So if there is someone, one thing important, you can do tapping for pain only when the pain is present. So suppose you get pain at night. When you're sleeping, you cannot do it for it in the morning. You have to do it when the pain is there. Okay. So if there's anyone here today, especially someone who has a lot of pain and who doesn't mind, because I'm just going to do the tapping with you so everyone understands it well, then please someone volunteer and we can have a screen share, both of us, and then I can show you and you can do it. And that way everyone understands it better. So have we got someone? I think, Namrata, you'll only have to see if there's someone who puts their hand up.
If anybody would like to volunteer, they can unmute and say so.
You need to have pain and have a fair amount of pain so that, we can really help you.
Yes, I would like to volunteer. I've got a headache.
Okay.
So is that Dipti Gandhi who volunteered?
We have 3 people, Dipti Gandhi, Kini and SKK.
So let's do one thing.
I'm Sunila. Hello.
Who seems to have a lot of pain? We'll try and take more than one person. Mayuri Merchant. Is that? Yeah, Mayuri Merchant. A lot of pain, Mayuri?
Yeah, I have a severe pain, my left full hand is aching. I mean, severe pain, unbearable.
Okay. All right. So let's take you and then let's try and take the others. Okay.
Yeah.
So can we, so Mayuri Merchant, okay.
Yes.
Can we share the screen with both of us together? Is that possible?
Oh, no, ma'am, I'm just on my mobile, yeah.
No, okay, yeah, no, they can do it for you. Okay, now where is the pain?
Spotlight one of you.
Okay, no, then you spotlight her.
Okay, just give me a
so Mayuri, you can see me, right?
Ready.
Okay, where did you say you have the pain?
Yeah, my full hand from the back side, till my palm, my full fingers, my full arm is paining.
Now, since when have you had this pain?
This since 2 days, yeah. But like today it's very severe, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So would you say on a scale of 0 to 10, it's 10?
Yes, ma'am, yes.
10. Okay. And you have any idea why you may be having this pain?
I think so, like I have lifted something. It's due to some strenuous lifting I have done.
Okay. All right. So, how are you comfortable in English? English mein kare, Hindi mein kare?
Yes, ma'am. No, English will do.
English. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
So remember the first step is, so you're going to do it with me, Mayuri. So are you highlighting her? It's better you highlight her so I can see what she's doing.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
No, Namtu, we have to highlight Mayuri. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so you put up this hand. So we've done the first step, which is how much, where is the pain? The pain is in the full arm. Is that your arm or your hand? But if someone asks you on the phone, where is the pain? What do you say? No, what do you say on the phone?
Full hand, full hand.
Full hand, okay. So, so Mayuri, put your hand like this. Okay, and with the other hand, tap here.
I can't see you, ma'am. Yeah. I see myself only in the no. I can see myself only both the cameras. Yeah.
Okay, then I think I'll only have to be highlighted. What else can we do?
Okay.
I was hoping we'll have a change of face.
No, I could
Okay.
see you previously, but this just
Yes, when you spotlight somebody, then that
Yeah.
person can't.
Okay,
now I
fine.
can
Yeah,
see
this is what I wanted. This is
All
the-
now
right.
I can
Lovely.
see. Yeah.
okay. So put your hand here.
Yeah.
Even though
Even though
I have a lot of pain in my hand,
I have a lot of pain in my hand,
I love, accept, and forgive myself completely.
I love, accept, and forgive myself completely.
Even though my whole hand is really hurting,
Even though my whole hand is really hurting,
I love,
I love,
accept,
accept,
and forgive myself completely.
and forgive myself completely.
Do you love yourself, Mayuri?
Yes, ma'am.
Wonderful, wonderful. Okay, third time. My whole hand is really hurting since 2 days.
My whole hand
No,
is
no,
really,
no, no, Mayuri, not like this. With this way, this way.
yeah, this way.
Okay.
Okay.
हाँ.
Yeah.
No, no, no. Means ऐसे करना है. ऐसे रख के like this. So that
is
the,
it okay? Is
yes,
it okay?
okay, okay.
Yeah.
Even though my whole hand is really hurting,
Even though my whole hand is really hurting since
I-
2 days,
I love, accept, and forgive myself completely.
I love, accept, and forgive myself completely.
Okay. Now come here.
Yeah.
This pain in my hand.
This pain in my hand,
Now come to the eyes. My whole hand is hurting.
my whole hand is
Hurting. Yeah.
hurting.
I think I picked up something wrongly.
I think I picked up something
wrongly. No,
wrongly.
that's what you think. No.
Yes.
Either
ma'am.
aa jao. See, side of the eye. Side.
Yeah,
Of the eye.
yeah,
I
yeah, ma'am.
picked up
Yeah.
something. Yeah.
I picked up something.
Since 2 days, I'm getting a lot of pain.
Since 2 days, I'm getting a lot of pain.
This pain in my, this is your what? Your right hand. No, you said
Left hand.
left hand. This pain in my left hand.
This pain in my left hand.
This pain in my left hand.
This pain in my left hand.
Now come here. I have so much pain.
I have so much pain.
Really paining me.
Really paining me.
I really hope this madam can do something about it.
I really hope this madam can do something for me.
I don't know like this if tapping is going to help, but I hope so.
Okay, ma'am.
Mayuri, you're tapping, you're supposed to tap your wrist.
Wrist.
Okay. Sorry. Yeah,
See here like this. See here like this.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
So now keep your both hands like this.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. Now come here. Breathe out. Breathe out, Mayuri.
Again, it's not your palm, it's the side of your hand. The side.
Okay.
No, higher.
No.
The
Higher.
side.
Here. This part. ये उंगलियों के नीचे.
Okay.
उंगलियों के नीचे. उंगलियों के
Okay.
नीचे. मेरा देख लो आप. मेरा देख लो.
Yes, ma'am. Okay.
नहीं,
Yeah.
उंगलियों पर नहीं. उंगलियों पर
Little
नहीं. Not
lower.
on the fingers. Little lower. See,
Little
if
lower.
I close my fist, na.
Yeah,
that
yeah,
upper part. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Here.
Yeah.
Now come back here again. The pain in my left arm, in my left hand.
The pain in my left hand.
The pain in my left hand.
The pain in my left hand.
Here. See?
Yeah,
This bone. No,
Yeah. I got it. Yeah, in
okay.
middle. Yeah.
This, not where the bindi is, on the side of it.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. This pain in my left hand.
This pain in my left hand.
Take a deep breath. I have so much pain.
I have so much pain.
Come below the eyes. Under the eye. Yeah. This pain in my left hand.
This pain in my left hand.
Since 2 days, it's paining so much.
Since 2 days, it is paining so much.
Does it let you sleep?
No,
disturbing your-
in middle of the night, I get up. Yeah.
I don't even get proper sleep.
I don't even get proper sleep.
I hope it's nothing serious.
I hope it is nothing serious.
This pain in my left arm.
This pain in my left arm.
I think it's just that I carried something.
I think I carried something.
Take a deep breath. This pain in my left arm.
This pain in my left arm.
Now put your right hand on your head. And whoever you believe in, please take their blessing and ask for the pain to be reduced or to be freed of the pain. Okay. Now take 2 deep breaths as if you're breathing out the pain. Now drink water, Mayuri.
Yes, ma'am.
2 sips.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, in whichever way your arm, your hand used to pain the most, no, do it like that and see, is there any relief?
Ma'am, I feel a little bit I'm feeling better.
Little. So let us say if it was on 10, shall we say it's on 8 now?
Yeah,
Okay,
sure.
fine, fine.
Sure,
Come back here. Come back here.
Yeah.
Even though I still have, no, here.
Yeah.
No, see mine. Dikh raha hai mera? See, I'm doing like this and then I'm showing you. Like this, the top portion.
Right, ma'am?
No.
This way?
See, keep your 4 fingers like this. So that all 4 are tapping on the side of your hand.
Yeah, ma'am.
Here, but okay, I'll tell you what. First, make an L like this. Make an L. How I've done. ऐसे L बनाओ. ऐसे करके इस तरह L बनाओ. नहीं, बिल्कुल जैसे मैंने किया है.
Right.
Just see what I've done and do like this.
Okay, ma'am.
Right
okay.
hand or left hand?
Okay, right. Okay.
Yeah.
That does okay. Now, like this, now you start tapping.
Okay.
That's right. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, right. Okay. So even though I still have pain in my left hand,
even though I still have pain in my left hand,
I love, accept, and forgive myself completely.
I love, accept, and forgive myself completely.
Little higher, Mayuri, little higher, not down. Yeah. Even though I still have pain in my left hand,
even though I still have pain in my left hand,
I love, accept, and forgive myself completely.
I love, accept, and forgive myself completely.
Even though this pain is really bothering me.
Even though this pain is really bothering me.
And I'm getting worried now. Are you getting worried?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm getting worried now.
I'm getting worried now.
I still love and accept myself completely.
I still love, I even
accept and forgive.
I still even love, accept completely. Yeah.
And
accept
forgive
myself
completely.
completely. Yeah.
I'm a really good person.
I'm really a good person.
Any troubles come in life, I'm able to handle it.
Any troubles come in my life, I'm ready.
Is that true?
Yes, ma'am. Ready to accept.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm really a good person. I'm God-fearing.
I'm really a good person, God-fearing.
Okay, come here. The remaining pain in my hand.
The remaining pain in my hand.
The remaining pain in my left hand.
The remaining pain in my left hand.
Not there, Mayuri. Ye dekh. See, from here, from the nose, the bone comes here, na?
Yeah, okay.
Okay. The remaining pain in my left hand.
The remaining pain in my left hand.
Breathe out, breathe out, breathe out. The remaining pain in my left hand.
The remaining pain in my left hand.
Down. The remaining pain in my left hand.
The remaining pain in my left hand.
The remaining pain in my left hand. You can do both. No, here. The remaining, here. No.
Yeah.
The remaining pain in my left hand. 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 I still have some pain.
I still have some pain.
I hope it goes.
I hope it goes.
The remaining pain in my left hand.
The remaining pain in my left hand.
Like this, L karke.
Oh.
Okay. Now come back here. The remaining pain in my left hand.
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 I still have some pain.
I still have some pain.
I think maybe it is something I lifted only.
I think maybe I have lifted something.
I don't think I should be too worried.
I don't think so. I should be too much worried.
What do you think, Mayuri? It's okay not to worry too much?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
Okay. This pain in my left hand.
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 Breathe out, sister. Breathe out. This pain in my left hand.
This pain in my left hand.
Breathe out. This pain in my left hand.
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 Come here.
This pain in my left hand.
Breathe out. Take blessings. May I be forgiven. May I be free.
May I be forgiven. May I be free.
Take 2 deep breaths. Drink water. Now, do to your arm whatever, wherever it hurts the most, and try again. How much pain is there?
Ma'am, a little bit released, yeah.
So how much less will it be?
1 point, yeah, I can say.
Okay, so
Yeah, 1 point, say 6 to 7, in between 6 to 7.
okay, we'll just do one more round for you because then I think it will go. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
What thought is coming to you about what thought is coming to you about this pain? Have you been sick before anytime?
Yes, I am having, like you mean to say any other health issues?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have severe osteoarthritis, which is on the urge of knee replacement. I have severe back pain, low back pain.
So when this pain came, did you think, oh God, ye bhi ek aur us tarah ka?
Yes, ma'am. It is unbearable today, since 2 days. So I am feeling very much tense. Yeah.
So come here. Come
Yeah.
here. Come here. Say, I'm really afraid.
I'm really afraid.
No, not there, not there. The pain is not becoming less because you're doing it in the wrong place.
Okay.
Keep your hand like this.
Yeah,
in
yeah.
an L. No,
Yeah.
not there. Like, see how I'm doing. Ye dekh, ye hai na tera haath? This is your side. Acha, okay.
Yes.
Now you keep this here so you get an L. Abhi aise rakh. Okay. Ab with the fingertips, do like this. Okay, don't do that. I'll tell you what. Do like this. Do like this. Aise karo. Do like this with both hands. But not here. Here.
Yeah. Okay.
Here.
Okay.
Up
Is it
portion,
okay,
up
ma'am?
portion.
Is-
No,
Now
it's not okay.
This way?
No. This way.
Okay.
Okay. Do whatever. Do like this. Chalo. Do like this.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am. Yeah.
And say that even though I'm really frightened,
Even though I'm really frightened,
I don't want one more complication.
I don't want one more complication.
Still, I love and accept and forgive myself completely.
Still, I love and accept and forgive myself completely.
Already, I've got so many problems.
Already, I have got so many problems.
Now, I don't want any problems with my hands.
Now, I don't want any problems
With
in
my
my
hands. And I love, accept, and forgive myself completely.
And I
Right?
love, accept, and forgive myself completely.
Even though I'm really frightened.
Even though I'm really frightened.
And I'm feeling a little stupid because I shouldn't have lifted something heavy.
I'm feeling myself stupid because I've lifted something. Yeah.
That's right. Okay. My fear.
My fear.
I'm so frightened.
I am so frightened.
I hope there's no problem.
I hope there is no problem.
I'm so frightened.
I'm so frightened.
My fear.
My fear.
Already I've got enough problems.
Already I have got enough problems.
I don't want arthritis in my hand.
I don't want arthritis in my hand.
As it is, I have so many things to do.
As it is, I have so many things to do.
I need to keep fit.
I need to keep fit.
I need to keep well.
I need to keep well.
I will be well.
I will be well.
Take 2 deep breaths, drink water. Now do.
I feel much better, ma'am.
Much better, of course. So now, Mayuri, for the next 2 hours, every half an hour, you must drink 1 glass of water because after we do tapping, we have to drink a lot of water. Okay?
Every
Every half hour, only for 2 hours, every half hour, 1 glass. That means total 4 glasses of water. All right.
Okay, ma'am.
And
Okay, ma'am.
in 20 minutes or so, you'll find the pain has become even less.
Sure, ma'am.
Okay.
Yeah, sure, ma'am.
Alright.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. God bless
Yeah,
you. Thank you,
thank
ma'am.
Thank you, Mayuri ji.
So
Thank
this
you.
was a very good example because, see, one thing, she was tapping on a lot of wrong places, okay, but we were still doing it. All right. Secondly, The thing is that there was pain, but what was overriding that pain was the fear that is this going to be an extension of my other ailments? So when we are tapping, it's very important to see what is the underlying thought. So like this, I mean, I just said it, and as you noticed, I talked how we talk to ourselves, and that's what we want. It was so stupid of me to pick up that thing. If I had not picked it up, I know also I shouldn't do it. Yet I did it. Oh God, I hope this is not something. I don't want any more problems. Whatever are our thoughts, we keep them suppressed. Now, when we are tapping, because these are meridian points, as we tap them, at that point, because we are breathing deeply, we are drinking water, all this is happening. At that point, they expand a bit, they expand like that, okay? And a lot of psychological or emotional things that we have kept in can find a way through because they are opening the blocks, okay? So it's very important for us to voice it, even if we are not voicing it to someone else. When we are tapping, we need to voice it. When we do that and we come to the underlying feeling of it, then the pain can release. So this was really a very, very good example that, we could have kept tapping for the pain. It would have gone down, but it would have kept going down marginally. There's another thing you need to notice, that because Mayuri said it was her left hand. Now, many of us must have been thinking it's a whole arm, because even I thought that, okay. But now suppose she's saying hand and I'm saying arm. Every time I'm doing it, in her mind, it will be, no, it's my hand. So already we have a conflict. So it doesn't matter what the person is saying as long as they know what they're talking about. That's why I ask people, if you had to say on the phone, what would you say? Because on the phone, they can't say this. They have to give a name. And so even there, she said, no, my whole left hand. So therefore, I did it for the whole left hand, so to speak. But she knew we are doing it for the whole arm. For her, it meant the arm, right? So whatever is coming in our mind, if the mind is saying something, when you're doing it for yourself, go with it. So suppose the mind says, oh God, I hope, I'll take an example from the cancer patients because I'm so used to it. Oh God, I hope this is not a relapse. Okay. Now what will happen? The mind will say, no, don't even talk about that. So even when you're tapping to yourself, you're not saying your fear of, could this be a relapse? Okay. But we need to say it to ourselves in order to release it. So this is the process. This is the basic process of the tapping. And if you can even do this much, but the important thing here, please, is that when you are tapping, and if you feel that the pain is not going down that significantly, ask yourself what it is that could be bothering you. Okay. So sometimes, and I'm going to give you this example because I think it's quite unique to my experience, okay, in the sense of the work I'm doing. I found that a lot of the cancer patients who come with pains often would talk to me about some pain in their leg, either their knees or their whole leg or their ankle or whatever, okay. And it had nothing to do with the cancer. And I've been doing this with them for about 8 years now. Okay. So then, sometimes they would say, I had this pain earlier, 5 years back, 10 years back, 2 years back, and then it went away and now it's come back again when I have the cancer. And I could not figure that. So then one day, I don't know, I just asked someone, I said, when you had this pain, what was happening in your life? And then by questioning many of them, I realized that at that point of their life, when they had the pain in whichever part of the leg, they were going through some challenging situation, whatever it may be. And now again, they are in a challenging situation. Now, the Indian languages are such that if there is a challenging situation, a language will say कि अगर मुझे कैंसर हो गया तो कैसे चलेगा? Okay, कैसे चलेगा? Okay, because that does not translate in English. Okay, कि अगर मैं काम नहीं कर सकी तो कैसे चलेगा? पैसे नहीं आए तो कैसे चलेगा? Now, this becomes a misinterpretation by the body, by the legs, that kaise chalega? Why is something wrong with me? Ke nahi chal sakte. Okay, and then it starts manifesting that. Now, just by tapping with them and making them change the statement to kuch rasta niklega, kuch kar payenge. In many cases, it has been magical and the pain has not come back. So sometimes we have to see what is it that we are saying. Are we saying things like, oh my God, I can't stomach this, because this is typically English, you know, and then we find we have digestive problems, or this person is a pain in the neck. Many people may have read these things. Okay, this person is a pain in the neck. This person gives me a headache. So we need to just make sure that we are not auto-suggesting the problem that we are facing. Okay, so I have already taken 1 hour. We've kind of touched the tip of the iceberg, but for an introductory talk, even if you can do this much, it should work for you. I just want to conclude this by telling you that if you're doing tapping and you find it's not working for you, first and foremost, and I think it is there in that list, first and foremost, please check that you're doing it with focus, that you're doing it for the right thing. You know, like, for example, if you say, you know, for example, if you say my whole body is hurting, it won't help you. I have a pain all over. It has to be specific, because even though we say our whole body is hurting, our whole body is not hurting. There may be 6 parts of the body that are hurting. Okay, but then you have to take each one separately, because these are 6 different pains. And when I said to you that, you know, one pain at a time, the exception is the legs, because usually the legs we take together, not the arms. However, there have been many times when I have tapped for the legs and the person tells me in one leg the pain is much less and not the other. Then I understand that both the pain in both the legs is different, the source is different, and I tap for both of them separately. Otherwise, usually legs and knees we take together. Okay. So one is that you're doing it for the right thing, you're doing it with full focus, you're breathing deeply when you're doing it, and you are tapping properly, you know, like how here it was the tapping was going here or it was going somewhere, that you're tapping the correct points. You're drinking water, you're breathing deeply at the end, drinking water, and then you're checking again. If you're doing all these things and the pain is still just not reducing, that is when you can include these 5 points that I had told you, the 10 plus 5. So the 5 are outside edge of your nail, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then you include this to see if that makes a difference. Sometimes that makes a difference. See if there is an underlying psychological thing, do that. If it still does not happen, then it is possible that you are in the 10 or 15% of the people for whom tapping doesn't help. So like my older daughter, usually tapping doesn't help with her. There is something called, there's a reverse psychology happening there, which I can't explain now, where the tapping doesn't work for them. My internet connection is unstable. Okay. Oh yeah. All right. Now it's okay. I'm going to keep very still. Is it okay now?
It's better.
Okay. All right. Okay. I don't know. Okay. So, you know, we've just come back to the house after many months. So maybe that's the reason. So, yeah, so this is
there are many questions, Desiree, on the chat.
So that's what I'm stopping now. This is the basic. I will take all the questions that there are. However, we are having, yes, although we are having follow-up sessions, right?
Yes, we are. We're going to have 3 follow-up sessions. The first one is for physical and emotional pain. The second one is for emotional pain and trauma. The first one is for balancing, I'm sorry. The second one is for emotional pain and trauma. And the third one is for removing negativity and replacing it with positive, removing negative images and replacing them with positive ones.
Okay, so this is SKK, okay? Sunila. All right. So Sunita, you know what you're talking about. I would really like to ask that you get in touch with me because, you know, we have a 12-day program, which is specifically for cancer patients where I teach it, you know, in a much more targeted way. And I think that would help you. And that includes other things like nutrition, exercise, etc. So if you could get in touch with me directly, I can help you with that. Okay.
Okay.
Can this also work for emotional
I don't
pain?
live in India.
No, it doesn't matter where you live. It's
Okay.
online.
all
It's
right.
a
Just
12-day thing.
get in touch with us. We'll forward the queries and then we'll work
Yeah.
out the connections.
Okay, fine,
That's
fine.
right. Yeah.
Yes.
And then can this also work for emotional? Yes. So when we are doing these 3 days, we will also be doing the emotional. Nanu, help me to scroll this. We will also be doing specifically for emotional. So definitely it's called emotional freedom technique. So yes, we'll definitely be doing it for emotional. I need to scroll down. Sorry, this is very clumsy of me, but I need to get better at this. Okay, can it be done even when we are not in physical pain? Yes. So anything, tightness in the body, clenching teeth, heavy feeling, fear, panic, any of these things. So I also want to leave you with one more thing. When you have anything rising like fear, panic, anger, anxiety, I told you, know that this point is very important. You can just tap on this point for 20 seconds. You don't have to say anything. You don't have to say, I love myself and all. Breathe and tap. At least what will happen, the thing will start subsiding. It will not go up very much. I got the concept, but not clear on tapping, helping with insecurity for the mind and all. Yes, we can do, but and it's the same thing, but you know, you have to identify the emotion, then you have to see where it is in the body, and then you have to tap for it, which is what we will be doing in the other sessions. So is that the last one, the 736 one? Is there any more? I don't know.
No, I'm not
That's
sure.
it.
May I just go through
Oh.
the questions that
Yes, please, if you can.
Someone's asking, can it be done for eye allergy and for hair fall?
I don't know for hair fall. I am not 100% about allergy. Because hair fall, how would you know also? See, this is something that's happening in the moment, you know, and hair fall can have so many underlying conditions. So I don't know really. And even for allergies, I don't know. I don't know.
Okay. Simin's asking, what is the science behind this? How does it work?
So the science behind it is what I had said right in the beginning, that when we have a negative reaction to anything and it has not been released from our body in any, and EFT is not the only way, there are many, many ways of releasing, it sits in our body and then it starts talking, it starts screaming, it starts crying, it starts nudging. Depending on what it's doing will be the degree of pain. I think that's the simplest way I can put it for you. Anything that's residing in us has to try to communicate to us. A lot depends on how aware we are and how much we are listening.
Just wanted to check, does this work for Parkinson's?
I'm not sure. I don't think so.
Okay.
I really don't know.
Does EFT work for doing away with phobia, elevators, claustrophobia?
Yes, it does. It does. It works very well for that. The thing is, it has to be done. It also works for addictions like smoking. But, you know, in those cases, what happens, it has to be done very intensively in the sense that in the psyche, very few windows open which give entry, you know, like say even a smoker who's been smoking for 25 years may tell you, I really want to leave, but deep down inside, they will not want to leave. And if that is so, even when you're tapping, the inside is contradicting it. So the way of doing it is a little different, as in the tapping is the same, but you have to do it, you know, for people in addictions, they have to do it 20-25 times a day, hoping to find an open window when the psyche is dormant and the suggestion can go through. But it can be done, definitely. And phobias and all also, it can definitely be done. But those need to be done with a therapist. Trauma needs to be done with a therapist, because, you know, it goes step by step. So it can't be done. You cannot say, even though I have this phobia, okay, you cannot say that. What you would have to do is, so suppose phobia has come up just now for something. So let's say, you have a fear of of eating unknown things, things you're not familiar with. So you would have to say, even though just now I'm feeling very fearful of eating these mushrooms, I love, accept, and forgive myself. Even though just now I'm very fearful of this. So whenever it comes up, you'll have to take it that time and do it for it, like it's on the spot fixing, not like a general, even though I have a fear of this. That's what you'll have to do.
The next question is, do we have to
Anymore?
say the affirmations out loud, or can we say it in our minds?
No, when you're doing it for yourself, you can say it in your mind. Some people find it useful to say it out loud, that's fine. But when I'm doing it with you, I have to do it aloud, but otherwise you can say it in your mind.
Okay, how many rounds? And do we end with the crown point?
Do we end? Yes, we end with the crown point. I also want to say that this thing that I say, that keep your hand and seek a blessing, it's nowhere there in the tapping. It's just that I find it works so well, at least with the cancer patients. They feel so good, and because you're blessing yourself. What could be nicer? You keep your hand, you give yourself a blessing. And I often, if someone is there who grandparent with a grandchild, I ask them to bring the grandchild and ask the grandchild to do the blessing. It's just so in sync with our psyche, So this is something that I have just pushed in. But you end with the crown of the head. Yeah.
And how many rounds?
So twice is 1 round. You usually do 2 rounds to 3. So you do it till you feel the pain has come to 1, if you can do that. So normally in 3 rounds or so. And also you need to remember that after you've done it, after about 20 minutes or 30 minutes, it tends to come down a little more. And then if you keep remembering to drink water and breathing deeply, the pain does come down a little more still. And then sometimes pains don't come back. Many times they come back. But if it comes back, do it again. No, you take a Crocin, again, when you get pain. You can do this also. I mean, it's totally harmless. Takes a few minutes. You can lie down, you're sitting, do it.
The next question is, can we do this if we have blood pressure?
Yes, you can do it if you have blood pressure. So even though I'm feeling nervous, I'm feeling, anxious just now that my blood pressure may have gone up, I love, accept, and forgive myself, like that. Or you can't say, even though I have blood pressure, you can't do it like that. And you can do it if you have blood pressure, you can do it for other things. If you're doing it for the blood pressure, it has to be when you have some thought to do with the blood pressure. So let's say your blood pressure is high, and if you're having symptoms, you'll do it for the symptom. So but you'll do it for the symptom, not for the blood pressure. Even though I'm feeling a little dizzy, or even though my eyes are red or feeling strained because of the blood pressure, I love, accept, and forgive myself, like that. You can't just say, even though I have blood pressure. You can't do that. It's too gentle.
Okay. The next one is, can it be used to relieve fatigue or to rejuvenate?
Yes. Oh, yes. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Even if you just do this 1 point and breathe deeply, it's definitely do this, drink water. And when you're feeling fatigued, it certainly gives you that little bit of boost. When you're feeling fatigued and you feel you're going down and you feel you need, you need to extend your energy. Even though I'm feeling really tired, I love, accept, and forgive myself completely. Even though I'm feeling tired because I overdid it and I knew that time I shouldn't, but I pushed the envelope. I loved, accept, and forgive myself. Even though I do this so often, I still love, accept, and forgive myself. And even though I'm feeling really tired just now, it's been a very challenging day and I've really been pushed at work. So whatever it is that your thought is about it, it's been so challenging. There's so much work at home today. I don't even know whether I'll be able to do it. I love, accept, and forgive myself. Do the whole thing, do 1 point, do something. It certainly works very much, very well.
Lovely. Will this work on an old, fractured, painful ankle?
So it's like this. Whatever is the pain which is associated with a physical condition, that pain will not go, because that pain also needs to be there to tell you there's something happening here. Usually what happens, why EFT works, is because when there is a pain, so let's say you have a fracture, all right? So I was saying that negative response, right? When someone asks, what's the basis? So you have this pain, you have this old fracture, and it's giving you, let's say, 2 points of pain. Okay, just all right. Now you start thinking, oh my God, I hope this pain doesn't get worse. Today I walked too much. I think it might get worse. And this is, today that my test showed that I have the beginnings of osteoporosis. I think this fracture might. Now, when you're doing that, you're putting layer on layer on layer of anxiety on top of that pain. When you do the tapping, that is what goes away. Okay, but if there is a physical condition, that will remain, and that should. Okay, because that's telling you there is something the matter here, and this part of the body needs to be looked after. Okay, it's the overlay that comes from our thoughts, our anxieties, our negative reactions. Like I said, I had that fear of crossing the road. That was an overlay of that incident that happened with the taxi driver. It's the overlay.
Does this work on arthritis pain, lower back pain, and inflammation?
Once again, it's the same thing. If the inflammation is there because the body is inflamed, to that extent, the body will tell you. But over and above